Okay, so we are at the end of day 28. We have finished one lunar month.
Good for us. Hi, we're Lane and Sherry. We've been traveling together for more than 40 years.
So come join us on our latest adventure when we travel through Western Canada and Alaska. We've got a lot of things to see, so come join us. Anyway, it's been an exciting couple of days.
It has. We left Dease Lake, which is about in the middle of the Cassiar Highway, and we drove down to Stewart. We got off on the Stewart Hyder spur road, I guess you would call it. And I think we mentioned for the Cassiar Highway, the road was actually pretty good, really good for the most part. When you got off on Stewart Hyder, it was not quite as good, but it was still okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
We got off at Mezi Junction.
Mm-hmm. And we're staying right now in Stewart, British Columbia at the Bear River RV Camping Park, RV and Camping Park, and it's very nice.
Yeah.
It's good. The only trouble we've had here, and it's not their problem, is they've had problems in this whole area with power. We've been out a couple of times. Everyone's been out.
Yeah, they were apparently doing some kind of an upgrade on their power grid, and they said, oh, it'll be done by 3 o'clock yesterday, and then it went to 6, and then it went back on for an hour or two, and then it went off for the night. So I'm not sure what time it came back on, noon or something today.
Yeah. So that's been a little crazy. But everyone talks about all the animals they see on the Cassiar Highway. Well, we saw one dead bear and one dead porcupine. No other animals, but I think part of this is my problem because Lane's busy watching the road for potholes and frost heaves, and those of you that know me, I'm not going to see an animal unless it stands up and waves at me.
Well,
I just can't see them.
And the growth comes right down to the edge of the road, so
if it's barely off the road more than a couple of feet, you aren't going to see anything. So we didn't.
We're not done with the Cassiar Highway
That's right.
yet.
We may still.
We've got a couple hours on it tomorrow, so maybe we'll see it.
Yeah.
Just what we need, another bridge video.
Well, we have not seen hardly any bridges on this trip.
Yeah. No rivers, no bridges.
No traffic today.
Howdy, how we all doing? We're doing fantastic. We are on the road between Mezi Junction and Stewart, and you can see the Bear Glacier in the background and lots of gnats flying around.
And it's smoky from the fires, but really tall mountains with very beautiful views. It'd be nice if it wasn't smoky.
That's kind of a bummer, we get to all these really cool places. We're at Denali, it's stormy, you can't see anything. We're in Valdez, it's stormy, you can't see anything. We're down to Homer, it's smoky, it's stormy, you can't see. And here we are, now we just got the smoke from the fires.
Stewart Hyder Road is very beautiful.
Yeah, be nice to be able to see a little bit more of it, but hey,
it is what it is.
Pretty fun to be here in this beautiful place.
So Stewart Hyder is Stewart's in British Columbia, and then you've got the border crossing, and then Hyder is in Alaska. And there is no border crossing to go through on the for the U.S., but there is a Canadian one. So when you come back from Hyder, you have to go through the border.
Yeah, I mean, once you go over into the Alaska part of this little area, there's nowhere else to go.
No.
It's pretty much it.
Why everyone goes there is the, what's it called?
The the Fish Creek
Creek.
Wildlife Observation Site.
And that's where they have a walkway up above Fish Creek. And you can go on that walkway and watch the grizzlies eating the fish if it's during a salmon run.
And we've been there several times, and we saw a big male grizzly yesterday and another one today. So.
And it's toward the end of the run, so we feel very happy about this. It's been great. And they are just right there by you. So it's a lot of fun. So we've been going back and forth and back and forth. We actually crossed 6 times in the last 2 days to go over and check on bears.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. And today it's raining. Yesterday was a beautiful day. Today it's raining, and it seems like every time we get down on the ocean, Valdez, Homer, everywhere we go, it rains.
It rains.
Skagway.
And we're kind of late in
the
year,
season,
so
I'm sure it's probably doing what it's supposed to do.
That's pretty typical. Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Talk about Stewart and Hyder.
Let's talk about Stewart and Hyder. So they're kind of sister communities. They're side by side. Stewart, as Sherry mentioned, is in British Columbia. Hyder is in Alaska. But it's really interesting because Stewart has grocery stores and a few restaurants and gas stations, and Hyder has
a bar
and a fudge shop.
And it was good fudge.
Yeah, it was good. But it's like you go out of town, and there's a sign that says the friendliest ghost town
in America. And if you go through there, and yeah, there's some places that are nice, but you go through there, it's like, I don't think anybody lives. And when we talked to the ladies at the fudge shop, the kids actually go to school over here in Stewart because they have to have at least 9 or 11 kids.
And I think she said she thought they had 3.
And so during this time of year, during the summer, she said they probably have 80 people.
80 people.
During the winter, 30. But most of them are, what she said, they have the oldest population
in the state.
And they're 60-ish, and most of them leave for the winter.
Yeah. Anyway, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, interesting talking to her, finding out the difference. Hyder used to have more, but this has just been over the years.
Yeah, back 100 years ago, it was a boom town, and there's like 20,000 people.
Yeah.
So. And
even Stewart right now has one restaurant that's open at 4 o'clock. Everything else is closed because it's late in the season.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, interesting place. I would suggest if you want to spend some time here, you probably come earlier than later on in the season. because I'm sure if you're earlier in the season, no problem. I'm sure there's 2 or 3 restaurants.
Yeah, we didn't. One of the other draws in the area is the Salmon Glacier. We did not go up there. We talked to some guys. They said, look, with all the rain, you're not going to be able to see the glacier because the clouds are down too low. You won't be able to see anything. So we didn't make the 45-minute trip, I think is what they said it was. So.
But we did, on the way down here, we did see the Bear River Glacier.
Bear Glacier?
River?
Bear Glacier.
Bear Lake Glacier?
Bear Glacier, I think. Anyway.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And tons of eagles down here. Just
they
just
haven't
nice
been.
place.
Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get up real close. We got a few pictures of some, but
they'll be pretty sad pictures.
yeah, they'll be fine. They're not spectacular. Anyway,
if you're down this way, certainly don't miss this area.
yeah, I think this is a must
It is.
go stop.
And the drive in, besides the road wasn't quite as good, it's still beautiful drive. The whole Cassier, beautiful drive.
Yeah, to me, it's like it ranks right up there with all the other places. Valdez to me is like awesome.
Palmer to Valdez.
Palmer to Valdez, that drive, Valdez itself, be lovely. I'd love to be able to see it when it's clear instead of
wouldn't that
rainy.
be nice? Skagway, we'd love to see the top of those mountains sometimes too.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh well.
I think this is definitely a first world problem when you're complaining about the scenery because I got blocked because I was up in the clouds.
Probably.
So tomorrow I think we're gonna check out here and head south again.
Finish up the Cassier Highway and get on the Yellowhead.
That's currently the plan. But
Okay.
anyway, we'll have to see how it goes and
See you on down the road.
all right.